Welcome back to another episode. Ryan here with Chaos MMA, and today we have on Casey O'Neill, who fights Shania Dobson on February 20th. First off, Casey, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on. First off, congratulations on signing with the UFC. How excited are you to be making your UFC debut in like 3 weeks, I think it is?
Yeah, I'm really excited. As it gets closer, I'm obviously getting more excited and it feels a little bit more real. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously what every MMA athlete dreams of. So I'm super excited that I finally get to make that walk.
Yeah, and how has it been? Because didn't you sign back in October, and then with everything going on with COVID, of course, they all got delayed.
Yeah, so I actually signed a short notice fight to fight Lauren Murphy on Fight Island. Unfortunately, I tested positive for COVID after I signed for the fight, so I wasn't able to make that one. But they booked me again pretty soon after that for this fight with Shayna. So I've known about this fight since October. So yeah, I've been gearing up for a while and preparing for a while. It actually worked out to be better for me to get a full camp and be able to train properly for the fight. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, how was it dealing with COVID? Like, did you have any symptoms, or like, were you one with no symptoms?
I didn't really have any symptoms. I think I was a little bit more tired than I usually am. But that was about it. I was lucky that I didn't really get sick at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know what it's like to have COVID, I guess, because I didn't really know I had it. I tested positive whilst I was in a full training camp and had been like obviously training 3 or so times a day. So I was tired from that regardless. So I never really thought much of it. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I had many symptoms.
Okay. Well, it's great to hear that you're recovered now. You got a full camp for your next fight, and now, so are you in Vegas right now?
Yeah, I'm still in Vegas.
And now, how has it been training in Vegas? Like, have you ever went to the UFC PI yet, or no?
Yeah, so I spend a lot of time in the UFC PI. I train there 3 or 4 times a week at the moment with my strength and conditioning, and they make all my food and do all my nutrition. So that's been awesome. It's like a kid in a candy store for a UFC fighter to be at the PI. And I'm loving being in Vegas. You know, this is my first time here, and I feel like I've adjusted now. I've been here 3 months, so I'm starting to adjust to the Vegas life, and I'm sort of understanding how to make things work here. So yeah.
Yeah, like you hear with some of the fighters, like they love the PI because it helps them with like weight cutting and all that, and they love to utilize it all the time.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a UFC fighter and you're not in Vegas, I don't know why you would live anywhere else, you know. So it's truly like a one-stop shop for fighters. It's a really good facility.
Yeah, definitely. And now to your fight now. So, have you been bringing anyone specific in for Shana Dobson, or just has it been the same old usual with everyone else?
I haven't brought anybody in, but obviously watching her and figuring out what her style is, we know she's more of a boxer, sort of stand-up girl. So there's been some good guys at the gym that have been able to mimic her style for me that I've been using throughout the whole camp. So I didn't have to bring anyone in. Luckily, there's a lot of local talent here in Vegas, especially at Extreme Couture and 10th Planet. A lot of good guys, and everyone's willing to help out. So I've been super grateful.
Yeah, so it seems like training camp's been going very well for you then.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really easy transition. You know, everyone's been accommodating, and I managed to be really lucky and find really good coaches that I mixed with straight off the bat of being here. So, yeah, I'm really excited to have these people in my corner and see what we can do for our first fight together.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. And now you're fighting Shana Dobson, who had a huge upset back in August. Now, how do you feel you match up with her?
I think that I match up really good with Shayna. You know, I think that she's a stand-up girl, and I love to stand and bang. You know, I've never really shied away from a fist fight in my life, whether it be in the cage or on the street. And I also know that my ground game is definitely better, my wrestling is definitely better, and I just think that I have a lot more paths to victory than she does. I think that it's going to be a good fight, though. You know, I think she's got some confidence coming off that fight. She's got some momentum, and her name's building some hype behind it. So there's going to be some eyes on this fight. So I'm super excited to take all of the fans that she made from that last fight once I finish her.
Yeah, like, do you feel because of that big upset when like she's gonna be the best she's ever been because she's coming in with a lot of momentum after that win in August? Because I'm pretty sure she was like a pretty big underdog. I'm pretty sure for that one.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have some confidence
Yeah.
going into the fight, but you know, at this level, everyone's confident. I've fought confident people before, and I've fought people coming off big wins before. It's nothing new to me. It's a new stage, but it's definitely nothing new. And I always show up and perform as my record shows. You know, I haven't lost yet, so I'm excited to just get in there and show everybody what I can do.
Yeah, well, we can't wait. So February 20th, do you have an official prediction on how this one's gonna play out?
I think that I finish her in the second round. I
Okay.
think that I bring too much to the table, and I think it's going to be overwhelming. So we'll see. Hopefully that's right. I'm not going to give too much away, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for this one. Going to be a great matchup. And so you win this fight, and I know with COVID and everything, it's hard to predict. Like you see fighters get a fight, and then it gets canceled. Like sometimes the day before because something happened with someone's test. Now, how many times would you like to get back in there this year, assuming all goes well in this one?
I like to be really active. I train year round, so I'd like to have 3 or 4 fights
Yeah,
this year. I have been trying to have a lot more fights than I have on my record. It's just hard to find opponents. So now I'm hoping that being situated in Vegas, I can jump in on last minute, you know, fight when someone does fall through with this COVID sort of thing going on. So yeah, I'm hoping to stay healthy after this fight and get in there super quick again. All the boys from Australia and New Zealand are on in March
yeah.
and early April. So I'd like to sort of jump in one of the cards that my fellow like countrymen are on. That would be great. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be a great card to be on. And some people take advantage of it. Like you see with Kevin Holland, for example, like fights dropped out. He wanted to go right in, even if it was like a week or a few days. And now he's like on a 5-fight winning streak. So like, is that something you want to do? Just keep taking advantage of COVID and matchups falling out?
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to stay super active. Not only like I love to fight, I love money. So that would be great, you know, make myself some money during this pandemic. And yeah, I'm going to be ready for whoever they call against. And I guess you could say I could be the female Kevin Holland in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for that. Last two things here. So who will be cornering you for this fight?
So I have Eddie Bracco in my corner and Casey Halstead from 10th Planet. So yeah, Extreme Couture and 10th Planet.
Okay. So February 20th, tune in. And the last thing here. So one of the things we do with our interviews, we just ask the fighters random questions. And for you, what do you like to do in your free time?
Watch movies, sleep. I like to go to GameWorks and play the basketball game. That's
Yeah.
fun. Um, Eat candy. I don't know, anything other than fighting in my spare time.
Yeah, well, definitely same here. And thank you for coming on. It was really great speaking with you. And if you want to thank any sponsors, shout out any social media, the floor is yours.
Yeah, just follow my Instagram page, King Casey MMA, and make sure you tune into the fight on February 20th because it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, well, can't wait. Thank you for coming on. Have a good one. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. You too. Thank